Dear students, in the previous lecture we have started Unit 14 Statistics. This is all about the central tendencies as I told you. In this I told you about the data. Data is the collection of information during the various surveys. The information that we collect randomly from house to house examples. Right? In this a group of people can collect the information or you can yourself collect the information in various surveys. Like an example in front of you is number of variety of fishes displayed in an aquarium. Dear students, as you can see in this aquarium, various types of fishes are there. So we can categorize that which type of fish we have included in this aquarium. So, another example is number of visitors of a particular age in a musical concert. All these things can be represented in the statistical form using the graphs, using polygons, using bar graphs, using histograms. Second example, the practical application of statistics in our day-to-day life is one more example in front of you. Number of visitors of a particular age group in a musical concert. You can just make a list of the age-wise visitors who are attending musical concert. Like how many of the people from age group 5 to 10 have attended the musical concert, how many people from age group 11 to 15 have attended the musical concert. In this way we can collect the data from this concert. Third example, this type of data in which we make the groups 10 to 15 age, 15 to 20 age, this type of data is known as group data, and such type of data is represented using histograms. Another example of representing histograms is in front of you, runs made by batsmen in the last 10 one-day matches. Like how many runs were made by MS Dhoni in 10 one-day matches. For example, he made 500 runs. We can keep a record. MS Dhoni is equal to 500 runs. Virat Kohli is equal to 700 runs. In this way, we can make a chart, we can collect a data in the form of table, and as we are using the names in this case MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli like this, so in this type of representation can be done using bar graphs. So these are the three practical examples in front of you in which we represent the data using statistics, using various graphs. Like musical concerts, in that case we are using the age groups, 5 to 10 years age, 10 to 15 years age, 15 to 20 age people. So we'll use histogram for such data. For group data we use histograms. In second case, the cricketers, we are using their names to represent the data. Whenever we use the names, we use bar graphs. Third case is aquarium containing the fishes. Again, we make the data according to the name of the fishes. Like catfish, how many catfishes are there in the aquarium? Like 10 catfishes are there. How many starfishes are there? There are 15 starfishes. We are using names. So again we will use bar graph to represent this data. One more practical application I'm representing in front of you. Like as I'm your teacher, I'll give you a task to collect the information about the height of your classmates. Right? So you have collected the height of students of 10 students. Dear students, can you interpret which student has the maximum height in this data? It will become quite difficult. So for that, we will convert this data in the tabular form, means table form, so that we will easily get the names, and in front of names, we can categorize their height. So this is one more example. And if we make this data in the grouped forms, that how many students are there whose height lies between 130 centimeter to 135 centimeter, how many are there whose height is between 135 centimeter to 140 centimeter. In that case we are making groups, so we will use histogram to represent this data. Now one very important thing while making the graphs, dear students, I want to tell you is the zigzag line. This is called kink, K-I-N-K, kink. Dear students, we will use this kink whenever we use the different gap. As you can see on x-axis, on this axis, we have taken 10 to 5, 5 to 20, 25 to 30, means a gap of 5 units. And but the initial gap is 0 to 10, means it is of 10 units. The first gap is different from the remaining ones, that's why we have to make this kink. This kink, if you do not make it, your half marks will be deducted, right? So next is I told you about bar graph histograms. Next we can use the frequency polygon, which you will make in your 14.2 exercise by collecting the frequency distribution table, right? That we'll discuss later on when we have to make the frequency polygon. To create a frequency polygon, start just as for histograms by choosing a class interval. Then draw an axis. X-axis represent the values of the scores in your data, like this. This is known as frequency polygon. As you can see, we have made a histogram first, and by joining the midpoints of every histogram, every bar of histogram, we can get this frequency polygon. So this is a graph picture to make the frequency polygons, which you have to make in your next exercise. This is without the histogram, you by taking the class marks. Dear students, I am representing one more example in front of you in which you can use these graphs. Like a restaurant is there. The name of the restaurant is TGI Fridays. The owner of this restaurant, her name is Ali. She used to make the bar graph to judge which dish is liked by most of the people. She make a bar graph for the dishes, and from here she will easily judge that which dish is ordered the most. Like this green bar graph, bar represents that this Szechuan dish is liked by most of the people, and on which day, that day is represented along y-axis. So in this case you can use various graphs in your day-to-day life. This is again a frequency polygon using histogram. Now let us start doing 14.2 exercise. Dear students, first question. Now in the first question, the blood group of 30 students of class 8th are recorded as follows. They have recorded the data about the blood groups of 30 students. Like the blood group of first student is A, comma, the blood group of second student is B, third is O, fourth is O, the blood group of fourth student is AB. Like this, 30 students blood group is noted down in this table. Now the question is, represent this data in the form of a frequency distribution table. Which is the most common and which is the rarest blood group among these students? So dear students, you have to make this table. The frequency distribution table of 30 students is given below. First of all, we will write down, in the table we will make a column of blood groups. The first group is A, second group is B, third blood group is AB, fourth blood group is O. So only these are the 4 blood groups which we found in the 30 students. Now, from the given data in the question, just count the number of students having A blood group. So the first child is having A. At the bottom of this is A, 2, like 3, 4, 5, 6, Like this, if you count number of A's in the given data, there are 9 students who are having A blood group. Similarly, count the number of students having blood group B. 6 are there. Having blood group AB, 3 students are there. Having blood group O, 12 students are there. So in all, you can check that the sum of these students must be 30. So this is the frequency distribution table. Now in the question is there, which is the most common and which is the rarest blood group among these? Which is the most common and rarest blood group? So in this you can see O blood group is there in having 12 students. So this is the most common blood group, and minimum is AB, only 3 students are there. So this is the rarest blood group. So in this way, dear students, you can check your table to answer the question. Now the second question is, illustrate the distance of 40 engineers from their residence to take to their place of work were found as follows. The distance is given to you from the workplace, from the house, right? So now this kind of data. Now dear students, can you tell me for the first question which type of graph is suitable? Yeah, as we have used name in this, as we have used the name of the blood groups, so we will use bar graph to represent this information. Now in second case, the distance is given to you, that we will categorize under the groups 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. So minimum is 2. That's why we have started the first group from 0. The maximum value is 31 or 32. So we have taken the last value as 35. So we have made the groups. Now how many engineers are there whose distance from their home to workplace is between 0 to 5? Now while counting this, dear students, in this table, the first value of the classes 0 is the lower limit, 5 is the upper limit. In the next group, next class, 5 is the lower limit, 10 is the upper limit. In the next, 10 is the lower limit, 15 is the upper limit. So whenever you count the number of engineers, dear students, only lower limit is included. We will include only 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the first class. 5 distance is going to be counted in the second group. In the second group we'll count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like this. So only we will include the lower limit, right? So in this way you can collect the information. Just convert the table into tally marks and number of engineers, right? Now next is third question. Third question is the relative humidity in percentage of a certain city for a month of 30 days was as follows. Dear students, like daily record, if you find out the humidity in the atmosphere, the record of 30 days is given to you. First question is construct a group frequency distribution. Again 30 days information is given to you and different values are there. So obviously we will convert this data in the form of frequency, in the form of grouped data. Means 84 to 86, 86 to 88. Why we have started from 84? Because the minimum value in this table is, minimum value is 84.9. So we have started from 84 and the maximum value is 98.3. That's why we have taken the maximum value as 100. So by taking a class size of 2 numbers, we have converted the data in the group form. 84 to 86, 86 to 88, 88 to 90, like this. So When you count the number of days in the first class 84 to 86, we should not include 86 in this group. Why? Because it is the upper limit. So we will count from 84 to 85.9 in this category, right? In the second category, we'll count from 86 to 87.9. Like this, count the number of days and make this table. Now the second question is, which month or season do you think this data is about? Can you tell me in which month the humidity is at the most? Yes, like nowadays it is the rainy season. So humidity will find it a lot of humidity in the atmosphere. So these data is related to rainy season because the relative humidity is more in this season. Now the third question is, what is the range of this data? So for the range, dear students, the minimum value in the given data is 90. For range, we'll write the formula maximum humidity minus minimum humidity. Maximum is 99.2 minus minimum given to us in the table is 84.9. So just subtract. This is also the range. So 14.3 is the range. Now question number 4. The height of 50 students measured to the nearest centimeters have been found to be as follows. So again 50 students height is given to you. So again we can't convert this data in the form of by their names. So we will convert this data in the grouped form again, and obviously to represent the group data we'll use histogram, right? So we have made the groups 150 to 155, 155 to 160, 160 to 165, 165 to 170, 170 to 175. So likewise, count the number of students in first class. Like in first class 150 to 154 we will count. We are not going to count 155 in this limit. Okay. In the second class we'll count from 155 to 159. Will not count 160 in second class. So likewise, count the number of students in this. Now in this, the second question is, what can you conclude about their heights from the table? So more than 50% of students have height less than 165 centimeter. Or you can answer any other thing also to judge it. Now next is, dear students, fifth question. Try this question yourself, fifth, sixth question. It is just in front of you. Again we have converted the data in grouped form, so we will use obviously the histogram. If we the graph is asked to you in the question, we'll make histogram for group data. Now in question number 6, only 4 numbers are included: 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 coins were tossed 30 times, right? Each time the number of heads occurring was noted down as follows. So only these numbers occurred on the top of the dice: 0, 1, 2, 3. So for this we can use, this is not, we have converted not in the form of group data, so we will use bar graph for this if it is asked to you in the question. So count it, make it a note. Next, question number 7, the value of pi up to 50 decimal places given to you. Pi is equal to 22 by 7. When you divide 22 by 7, you will get this value: 3.1415926. Up to 50 decimal places it is given to you. So make a frequency distribution of the digits from 0 to 9, means we can't convert it in group data. So we will use this. So how many times 0 occurred in this data? We will count the digits after the decimal, remember. So count the zeros after the decimal. How many times 0 is there? 2 times. How many times 3 is there? So dear students, do not include the 3 which is there before the decimal. We are not going to count this 3. We will count the 3 which is appearing after the decimal. So likewise, do this table also. Now question number 8, try it yourself and do it in your fair notebook. So question number 9, try all these questions yourself. Thank you and have a nice day.